This was the first time that I had the chance to see you swim in person. And the first thing I noticed was that you have a very strong catch. And part of the reason why your catch is so strong is because you are bending your arm or arms for at least a portion of your stroke. But most of it is right along your body. You can see your bent arm really starts about at your shoulder. Um, the other thing I noticed was obviously your body position. Um, your head, you tend to be looking forward a little bit versus looking down. And I'd like to see you be able to lift your hips up a little bit. You're kicking some here, but in the last video I saw of you that your husband took, you really weren't kicking at all. The kick actually gives your rear and your hips some lift. And if you pull your belly button up towards your spine, almost like you're tucking in your tummy, it allows you to kind of lean on your chest. And if you would look directly below you, here you can see how you're kind of looking forward. It would help put you in a more optimal body position. So even if you change nothing with your stroke, you would still swim a little bit faster. The other thing, since you're already swimming very well, is something I call the early catch. And basically that's the part of your catch that happens in front of your shoulder. Here I think a lot of times you weren't able to really reach as far as you wanted to because you were swimming into the endless pool motor a little bit, so I kept turning it up on you. But you've got good propulsion forward, but in that early part of the stroke, as you can see here, you're not really able to drop that lower arm and get a bent arm way ahead of your shoulder like I would like to see. You could get yourself almost another foot and a half of catch. Here on entry, you tend to throw a pole sticking out the top of your head. You're very close to crossing the center line, which isn't something that I really like to see, especially when you get in open water. You're going to tend to not swim as straight. So ideally, I'd like to see the arms enter the water a little more at shoulder width. Here, you can just see really where your strong catch is beginning, and I think at this point we had already talked about getting your arms a little bit wider and a little bit more bent. And then last but not least, holding that leading arm extension while you're breathing, keeping that arm up high so that after you finish breathing, you're still in a position to get a good catch. I will send all that to you written out as well, but overall I think your swim has lots of potential. Looking forward to seeing what you can do with it.